Hey everyone, my name is Justin Biggs, and I'm really excited to be speaking to you today about different ways that you might be able to build a more memorable relationship with your clients and prospects. I'm excited to share with you some of the tips of what we've done at ZenPrint and Rocket Notes, and what we do for our clients and prospects, and what we've done to help other companies really build great keep in touch strategies. Little background on me. For the last 15 years or so, I've been in the printing industry, specifically in digital printing. And so in the world of digital printing, everything is one-off, low quantities, focused really on heavily on personalization. And just recently, over the last year, I've kind of moved into more of a consulting role where I focused on helping companies build and develop keep in touch strategies using specifically cards and gifts, and direct mail and other things like that, basically high impact mailers, to help build different, to help build their relationships with their clients and prospects. And so I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about what we've been doing and show you some ideas that hopefully you can implement in your business. So to start off, I want to talk a little bit about what does it take to actually build a good relationship with someone. And for those of you who are married, you'll know that the thing it takes the most is effort. Any good relationship requires effort. That can be time, it can be whatever, but relationships require some amount of effort. And the same is true whenever we're out prospecting or developing our relationships with client. Printing is a very old industry. It's been around for forever, as I'm sure all of you are aware, and is very heavily based on relationships. People like to print with people that they have relationships with, that they have friendships with. And because print is fairly ubiquitous nowadays, you can get printed pieces from any number of different places. So it's really important as you develop relationships, especially in the printing world, and the business that we're in, that you develop great relationships. Otherwise, it's easy for a competitor to come in and swoop out from underneath you, either with a lower price or with whatever. So what do we do at ZenPrint and Rocket Notes to build great relationships? Well, there's a couple of things that we can do. If you're not currently using direct mail, I'd strongly suggest that you consider it. Now, a lot of you might say, well, direct mail, that's kind of antiquated, or that's an older form of communication. And that's true. Direct mail has obviously been around for forever. Sending postcards, sending letters, whatever. I mean, that's a very old type of communication. And it's kind of funny that that's what I'm actually telling you should be one of the tools in your tool belt. In today's world, with all the social media and texting and emails and the automation that you can get with all of those type of things, email, the inbox in your email folder is now full, but interestingly, your mailbox isn't as full as it used to be. It used to be the junk mail, and when you ask someone, hey, did you get any junk mail today? They might say, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff in my spam folder. Well, that's not where the term junk mail came from. Junk mail was originally for actually physical mail. And I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing. So, the inbox is full and the mailbox is empty is a very common saying. And that's actually something that we can leverage in our businesses to build on a relationship with our clients and prospects. So effort, let's get back onto the topic of effort. What does that mean exactly? Sending an email, that takes a little bit of effort. Sending a text takes a little bit of effort. Maybe making a social media post, doing Facebook advertising, whatever. It takes a little bit of effort. Sending a printed piece requires a little bit more effort. And people actually do really respond to effort. And there's a right way to do direct mail, and there's a wrong way to do direct mail. And I want to show you some of the things that have been effective for us in doing direct mail the right way. And one of those things is greeting cards. So I want to show you a couple of pieces here that we've produced. So this is an example of a 5x7 greeting card. Now, the reason that I like greeting cards over postcards are that greeting cards actually require you to open the envelope that it's coming in. Now, one of the problems with postcards is that people will frequently just glance at the postcard and throw it away, or if they even look at it at all. When you send an actual physical greeting card, especially when it comes in an envelope like this is going to pique someone's interest. Now, there's a few things on this envelope that we do, and I'll get a little closer here so you can see this. So you can see there's a handwriting font on here. There's a real stamp over here in the corner. And then over here in the return address, one of the things I like to do when I send out my mail is I don't put my company name on the return address. And the reason is because this is a mail piece coming from me. And I want you to look at it. And it looks, to be honest, a lot like something you might receive from your grandmother. Or, I think as kids, we all look forward to that letter in the mail from a relative that on our birthday or whenever that might have a little bit of money in it or something. And that's what these pieces are. And that's why greeting cards are actually a really effective way to get your message across. So, a little bit of humor on the front. This says, Anchorman. I don't know how to put this. I can't do my Rob Burgundy voice very well. On the inside, we've got a message. You'll notice handwritten. So this isn't actually handwritten. I didn't sit down and actually write this message out, but we did use a handwriting looking font. And the point here is that you're trying to convey a sense of effort. Now, obviously, if you have the time and the ability to sit down and actually handwrite a message, that's great. And go for that. You're going to get a lot of response off of actual handwritten notes. And especially for clients that are purchasing things from you, large purchases and other things, handwritten notes go a long way. And I would definitely recommend that. But in the case where you need to send out a couple hundred of these or a couple thousand, I'd say pick a great handwriting font, something that actually looks like fairly similar to your handwriting or something that you'd like. My handwriting is absolutely awful, so I wouldn't want to use my handwriting, even if I had the time to do it. But something that looks good, that gives a sense of personalization here. And then one of the cool things that you can do is you can put your company logo on the back of a greeting card. So it's small, it's unobtrusive, it's not in their face, but they know who this is from. They get it. Rather than branding the outside of the envelope with your logo, which is common obviously on postcards because there is no inside on a postcard, you just brand the back of your greeting card with your logo, and it gets the message across much more subtly. So greeting cards are a really great way to do direct mail. The cost isn't that much more than postcards. Postcards, obviously, you get a little bit of a discount as far as postage goes. But as far as effectiveness goes, greeting cards are really the way to go. We see a much greater response rate. Not to mention, like I said, it's just a little bit nicer. It just takes that effort to the next level. And I think that's really what people appreciate is just the fact that you took just a little bit of extra effort. Okay, a couple of things that you can do too. So you're meeting a contact or getting to know someone. What are you doing? We're talking about effort. What are you doing to build that relationship? There's a couple of things we like to do. We like to ask for their birthday. It's kind of a strange question. You just say, hey, what's your birthday? I just need the month and the day. I've been known to send gifts occasionally on birthdays and would just love to put something in the mail for you on your birthday. Well, that's great. What kind of research can you do about the person? Can you go to their LinkedIn profile? Can you look at maybe what school did they attend? Who's their alma mater? And from there, you can kind of build content around different things that they might find interesting or funny or whatever. One of my favorite cards that we like to send out is good old Donald here. So, everybody loves Donald Trump, right? So we love to send a card that says, hey, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. And another handwriting looking font in here that we can send out. These are samples that I did just real quick before this presentation. So, some good stuff in there. Another one that's kind of fun, little show me the money. So for sales guys, this is great. This is how I'm gonna show you the money. I'm gonna send you a greeting card and explain it to you. And you're gonna open this, you're gonna look at it and go, show me the money. What the heck is this? You're definitely gonna read what the message is on the inside. And hopefully you're going to call me or you're going to take the call to action that I've put in here as well. So other things you can do with greeting cards, you can always, throw on your own picture, a little iceberg. This is a message inside this, you've just hit the tip of the iceberg with us, or we're really excited to get started with you. There's so much more we can show you. I mean, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of ideas that you can incorporate into a greeting card on different ways that you can start building that relationship and building that communication beyond text messaging, beyond emailing, beyond just simply social media. And the best part about this is these make an impact. People get this and they remember these. They especially if you put their picture on it. So, you know, if this card instead of Ron Burgundy was a selfie that maybe I took with somebody at a trade show, and I put their, you know, our pictures on it or whatever, and I sent it to them and it's got their picture on it, they're going to hang on to that a little bit longer. That's going to make an impact, and that's going to be memorable. Okay. So we talked about personalization. We talked about handwritten, using a real stamp. You know, one of the things that I always encourage people to do is ask for their business. You know, greeting cards are a great way to ask for their business. You know, I've got a tip at the end that I'm going to share with you that is a great just kind of closer call to action that you can put in your greeting cards. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what else you can do with greeting cards. So there's, in the world of high impact mailers, obviously gifting is a big opportunity, and you've got all sorts of stuff. So I brought a kind of an assortment of different gifts that we like to send. So these are chocolate fudge brownies. These are huge. These are huge, to quote the Donald, right? So these have such a great impact on people. They're decadent, they're delicious. They're also 400 calories a pop, so you know, consume them conservatively. But they're fantastic, and they get people's attention. And the reason that I love food and sending gourmet food items to my prospects and my contacts is that they're sitting there reading my card and they're going, and they're munching on my snack. And food creates kind of a positive emotion in us. And so with that positive emotion, you know, they're reading the message that I have for them, and they're feeling that positive energy, that positive emotion. It's the same reason that when we go to the movies, we like to have popcorn or any of that kind of thing. Food does a great is a great trigger response for us, and a great positive energy. And so, you know, there's other things we can do. Chocolate covered pretzels. There's sea salt caramels. One of the things I actually do love, speaking of popcorn, is popcorn. Why do I love popcorn? Okay, the cool thing about popcorn is you can get it in all sorts of different flavors and varieties, but it's light. And the nice thing about popcorn is it doesn't weigh very much, so it doesn't cost a whole lot to ship. Because once again, remember, there is postage involved with doing direct mail. So, you know, you want to make sure that your ROI is there. And, you know, popcorn is a great thing. You know, you can't eat this super fast. I mean, it's snackable. It's not like you're going to devour a candy bar or something like that. And, you know, people are going to have a positive, a memorable experience with the popcorn. Okay, so what if you represent maybe a health company, or, you know, you don't want to send junk food per se to your customers? What are some other options? Well, one of the ones that we love to do are pistachios. So packs of nuts. So almonds, pistachios, cashews, different things like that. Even, you know, sometimes beef jerky makes sense, you know, but food in general is really great for making a memorable impact on your clients and prospects. So what else can we do? Maybe let's talk for quickly, you know, about non-food type options. Well, non-food options could include things like gift cards. So, you know, like a Target card. This is one of our favorites, and actually one of our most popular gift cards that we send out on behalf of our clients is Starbucks cards. So this is a $5 Starbucks cards. It's basically a cup of coffee. And on Starbucks, it's maybe like half a cup of coffee, but it's so. But Starbucks is great, super popular, relatively inexpensive. Somebody's going to pull this out. They're going to put it in their wallet. And then they're going to be at Starbucks the next morning. They're going to open their wallet to go pay, and they're going to go, oh, yeah, so-and-so gave me that gift card. And they're going to remember you. Even if it's a brief moment, but they're going to remember you. And that's the whole goal. That's what we're going for. Other popular stuff, Subway, you know, obviously restaurants and food again, iTunes cards, you know, different things like that. These are kind of fun. Sticker sheets. So, you know, if maybe a gift card doesn't make sense, or maybe if you've got, you know, it's fun every time you buy an Apple computer, they put some Apple, you know, stickers in there. Well, you know, you could do different kinds of sticker sheets for your brand, for your company, or for whatever makes sense. You know, find out what their interest is. You know, if it's basketball or if it's football or whatever it is. And, you know, we could build a sticker sheet, you know, with different things on it. Another really popular one is cash, and it's kind of funny. So we do these crisp dollar bills that we can put in there, and you know, you can put this inside a greeting card with a message that says, "Hey, just wanted to buy 10 seconds of your time to read this card." You know, it's a great little prospecting tool because it is very reminiscent of that grandmother that would send you the $10 check or whatever in the mail. And like I said, with these cards, they're so enticing when you get them in your mailbox that you want to open them. And when you open it and all of a sudden a dollar bill falls out or a $2 bill or whatever, you know, that's kind of fun. So it's once again something kind of memorable. And you know, people aren't offended because it's like, you know, I'm paying you for 20 seconds of your time, 30 seconds of your time, whatever. I mean, you don't say, hey, I'm going to give you $1 and buy 10 minutes of your time. No, but you know, you're basically asking someone to take the time to just read your message. Another couple of fun type of ideas on gifts. So the best kind of gifts, the ones that we've had the most success with, are the gifts that are actually useful. So there's all sorts of data out there about the difference between useful gifts and non-useful gifts. Gourmet food, gift cards, those kinds of things are useful. Stress balls, pens, Post-it notes, kind of the tchotchke stuff that everybody gives, everybody sees, everybody says, it's not that useful. And we found it to not be as impactful or as memorable. And frankly, some people are even turned off by that kind of stuff because it really shows how much thought did you really put in the gift that you're sending me. So one company that we were working with wanted something memorable that they could send out to their pet sitters. And this is what we ended up doing for them. And you'll probably not guess what this is, but this is for a pet company. So people who are interested, who have dogs and different things, this is actually kind of fun. It's a poop bag holder. So this clips onto your keychain. It's branded with the company's logo. And basically, when you're out walking your dog, you don't have to forget, you have to remember to bring something to pick up the trash. So super useful, super clever. This is clipped to your keychain. Now think about that. Think about the advertising in that, okay? Your keys are everywhere, right? Everybody takes their keys everywhere. So every time I pull out my keys or I clip this to my leash, so every afternoon when I'm out walking my dog, I'm seeing your brand, I'm seeing your company. So, think outside the box a little bit and find gifts that are actually useful. Now, the trifecta and the ultimate type of gift is if you can take something that's useful and then combine it with personalization, that's where we see the absolute best return on investment. I'm going to give you an idea of something that we're just starting to do and seeing some tremendous results with. So the idea would be if you could take something like this and then not only have your logo on it or the company's logo that you're targeting, but also perhaps have like their pet's name or their name or something like that on that. That's where I'm going with personalization. That takes it to a whole new level. And one of those ideas that we've been working with and experimenting with is the concept of personalized mugs. So here's a mug that has been branded with the company's logo. And then on the other side, we actually put the person's name on it. So what this does is it gives them a sense of, wow, this is actually for me. Like the company went out and and a mug is useful. Like I'm gonna set that on my desk. I'm gonna look at that potentially every day. Now you can brand it with your logo. You could brand it with their logo. I would recommend for prospecting, you brand it with their logo. Like even though it doesn't have your logo on it, they're still gonna remember who gave this to them. And people are gonna walk in and go, dude, where'd you get that amazing coffee mug? Where'd you get that coffee mug with your name on it? And they're going to say, well, I got it from so-and-so company. Okay, so just because it doesn't have your logo on it doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to be memorable. And so, branding it with somebody's name is awesome. People love this. And I'll share with you a quick testimonial on that, actually. So we've been working with a company that repairs roofs. And they have different locations all up and down California where they can come out and basically after a storm damages your roof or whatever, they can help repair it. And so they're obviously targeting insurance agents. So they'll send different mailers and gifts and different things to insurance agents. And our client actually just sent out a whole bunch of branded coffee mugs to these insurance agents and got this response from a State Farm agent just last week. And the lady wrote in and said, okay, that's a cool mug. Solid base, big handle, nice logo, and my name's on it. Love it. Thanks for not sending me Post-it notes, a pen, or a stress ball. We'll definitely keep you in mind for this type of work. Who do you have in the Santa Cruz area? Now that's cool. I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for. I mean, that is memorable. And that mug is probably going to sit on their desk, that State Farm agent's desk, for who knows how long. You know, it's going to sit in the break room, wherever. And everybody's going to know it's so-and-so's mug. No one else is going to use it. And so coffee mugs are huge right now. In the same vein, one of the products that are really big is water bottles. So same kind of concept: water bottles, shaker bottles, anything like that is useful to people that they'll want to hang on to and consume. That then you can ultimately personalize with their name is fantastic. So I was going to tell you one tip I was going to share about just kind of to wrap things up, because I think time's getting a little bit short. But when you send these types of gifts, one of the thing to remember is don't just send the gift. Ask the person to do something for you. And the easiest thing in the world to ask someone to do is to call them. So for example, in my greeting card here, the last line right here, call me when you get this so I know you got the deliciousness. Okay. Put something in that. Put something in your note that is like that. Call me so that I know that you got this. Or reach out to me, or contact me, or email me, and they will do it. It's really funny when you ask someone, hey, I just want to make sure that you got my package. They'll call or text or email because they feel like, wow, you know, you put in some serious effort to send me this, even if honestly, and there's a lot of services. Obviously, we do this for our clients that can make it very easy for you. But you put in some serious effort and thought for this gift from me. The least I can do is to reach out to you to let you know that I got your package, and that I appreciate you. So those are some of the things that we've been doing to really create memorable relationships. Obviously, that's what everybody's going for. That's what ultimately we want out of this is we want to create genuine, memorable relationships, long-term relationships with our clients and prospects. You know, sending them these type of things, not only on specific occasions like Christmas, but whether, you know, it's out of the blue, or whether it's on their birthday, or whether it's on a specific event, you know, their team won the NBA finals or whatever, and you're going to send them a greeting card congratulating them or whatever. I mean, that kind of stuff is what creates a really memorable impact. And I think, like I said, it's just one more tool that I'm excited for you guys to check out and add to your repertoire with text messaging and email and other things that you might be doing. So thanks for watching, and hope to talk to you soon.